off. We are now starting off the homicide cases. Gonna let people know that I am live.
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the homicide squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Wait 1 second. Huh. Got an achievement already. Didn't even do anything. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put it down on my saddle.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale. I'd rather you took the wheel.
Oh, you want me to drive, eh? Where are you going? Get in the car.
7825, code 6.
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. Learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
We any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads, and we got nothing.
A pretty
I don't
big
think this
case.
has anything to do with it.
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You You should know that.
Any central unit, car 16L reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope. The Methodist Church unit to handle code 2 identified.
Huh. Death plunge, oh.
I'll do it! So help me God, I'll jump!
You need to get up there. Let me do the talking, detective. I know a ton of this psychology stuff. You take the back alley and find a way up there.
Come on, Phelps, let's get moving.
You jumping? Make sure you warn me before you do.
I will! Wait, what?
You think this thing can hold you, Rusty?
I'll bring you down with me, Phelps.
Gotta be careful of these street crimes. Hopefully I can
Come
stop
on,
this
boy.
guy from
No
jumping.
offense, but I don't want you splashed on my shoes.
Are you crazy? What are you trying to do?
I remember my first jumper. Could have soaked him up with a sponge. I still can't eat the...
This what you wanted?
I can't do it. I'll come quietly, I need some help. Please. You gotta
Okay.
get me some help.
Got to him in time. Good.
You're a danger to yourself and to others.
That was an easy one, at least. You don't really have to do anything. Alright. An easy way to start. And, like we're gonna...
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
head back to the actual case that we're supposed to go to.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
You're used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Orders, eh? Oof.
Patrolman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here,
This
they
is
use
pretty
it like
brutal,
a
huh?
lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body.
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with. Cause of death?
Could be the head injuries. She has been badly stomped. The cuts look superficial. I'll know for sure in an hour.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Interesting. What's the writing on the victim mean?
BD, like Dahlia? Tex? Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or just trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Yeah, let's take a look at marker C here.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
Okay. Over here.
The victim's bag? Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Oh. We have to look at the brush or mirror. Brush and nothing. Okay. Take a look over here.
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game. The Bomba Club. Why steal a table lighter?
Huh.
Can we get to the Bomba? A man could die of thirst in a case like this.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like we got all our clues for the sound. So we'll go back to the into the Bomba Club, I guess. Take a look at our book.
You know the way. You can drive.
The werewolf? For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. You've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, hotshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us unknown in a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stum. Or some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming
Black
up with
Dahlia
monitors,
murders
but they're
were
terrible for
pretty
police
gruesome
work.
and one of the
There's a
most
reason we didn't get the son of a bitch
famous
after the short
cases that
murder
were
was them,
never
locusts.
really solved.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phillips, I understand you want to turn this into a big case.
Several
but it doesn't
ideas
work like
as
that,
to
all
who
right? A
it
case
might
will come
be.
and find you. Can't make it something it ain't. Understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found him.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Inquire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
I got a call back for that Universal Chorus line.
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Oh, Christ. Sure I know her. She and I and
Going to pay for that?
Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular.
How's officer?
Celine is...
That's the spirit.
was
Tell me another.
a lovely woman.
All right.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
You know him?
No.
Sounds about right.
He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
A waitress.
I think this
Got
could be a great
license
help,
plate.
sir. Thank you.
Great.
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
Didn't sound very honest to me.
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya? I tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up. Asked him to come pick her up like usual. But he refused. She picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back around 11:30, but I got no answer.
Wonder if he's still around.
Mrs. Henry
guess
appeared
we
to be
gotta
missing
ask
a
about the
ring,
ring.
torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
Did you get it for her?
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're going to tell me.
Okay, I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days. Guess I always have. Her old man never knew about it.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
Where's that goddamn waitress?
You ought to meet Joe's buddy. He's nice. Really.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
Optimistic, Cole.
There we go.
Operator,
License
give me
plate
dispatch.
first before we head to the home.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thank you.
You're gonna see your married
All right.
man again?
Let's head to the house.
You can drive.
You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. It's worse than I could ever have imagined.
Oh yeah, having to deal with a good cop. Must be terrible.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second. Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
Time to look around, I guess. Oof.
Doesn't tell me anything.
Read this newspaper article? Maybe not.
Burglar used the pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
Okay.
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
$30 suit. Man, I wish suits only cost $30 nowadays, right?
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband, but Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
What the hell is this?
Don't take all day
Oh.
about it, Phelps. I'll get nasty when I'm thirsty.
Oh. Here's a shoe. Canvas the neighbors, huh? Okay. Size 9.
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
Tiffany? The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
Okay.
A regular Amelia Earhart in her day. The ring looks distinctive.
Oh, didn't even see this newspaper here. Family burnt to death. Wow. Take a look at this blast from the past.
You said I had to go back, Doctor.
The fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary
You
arrangements.
said the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before. I want you to come to the clinic and we
Terrible.
You said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
That's where we came from. Go through here. He said check the neighbors out back. Well, let's talk to this. There's a blue dot.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan! Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh, my God.
Terrible.
I'm afraid I need to go
Don't
and
think her
sit
husband
down.
did it. Alright. They were having marital problems. Time to go see the husband. Where he's.
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
Agree.
She wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
You're behind the wheel.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
For my money, if the broad keeps the house looking like that, she's probably deserved it. The skipper says bring him in and keep the hacks off our backs for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you've come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. You follow my lead.
Alright, I'll follow you.
You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Huh. He seems pretty distraught.
I get even the slightest hint that you're a flight risk, pal.
Oh. What's this?
Size 11s.
Size 11. Well, they were, what,
You think the
9s
atmosphere's
or
thick
something?
in here? Wait till you try to get
8s or 9s before. Interesting painting.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Okay.
The oldest problem there is, what to do about the old lady.
Huh. Well, guess that's the only, well, we'll just have to interview him. They pay her? Pay somebody? Shoe doesn't match, so he didn't do it. So, let us see.
So who could have killed Celine?
Right,
Where
this
did she
one-
go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
You know where
Yeah,
she
you
went,
do.
Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
We know she went to the bomb club.
Bomb club.
The bartender
They went there
there,
often.
he
called?
calls me if things are getting out of hand, and I go and I bring her home. He called me last night. I said no. Phone rang a couple more times after that. I ignored it. I'm gonna have to live with that.
Oh,
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
You just be telling the truth.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
Oh, yeah? How about the
I don't
letter I
believe you,
just
Jacob.
found?
I think
Nope.
you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth? Huh?
Yeah, I do. How about the death threat note I just saw? Yeah. There, me all you want.
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
We're still going to need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
Committed?
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So you tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's just leave it.
You're awful hot.
What's this bunkum?
Oh, got him. Lost my hat again.
Call it
But
in
it's
and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Okay. Where is the phone? There it is.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt.
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc. Operator, give me R&I.
So he definitely raped her.
Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Stomped her, but the
Yes,
the
Detective.
footprints do not
The
match.
plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Okay, so we gotta head in and interview this guy again. He wants this done immediately.
Can you drive to this one?
We'll do it again.
Carruthers said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
All right.
We have a firm lead, Captain.
Are you questioning my judgment, Cole Phelps?
No, sir.
Good. I thought not. Jacob Henry is a sub-system pushed around by his wife. I think with the right kind of persuasion, he might be prepared to seek absolution. Are you prepared to show him the error of his ways, young Phelps?
I don't think he's our man. Galloway agrees with me.
Don't drag me into this.
Rusty is a practical policeman. A bird in hand is always worth two in the bush. Let's liberate a confession from poor Jacob and the public
Bird
will sleep
in the hand
easy
is always
tonight.
two in the bush.
Run
Heard
along
that
now,
phrase
folks.
a number of times.
I've warmed them up nicely for you.
Except I
I'm thinking
still
of moving
don't
up
think
to
he
a
did it.
45. I want to stop him with one round.
Doesn't look good, Jacob. You're in a big jam here. You lie to me, and I can't help you out. Do you understand me?
Yes.
All right, let's try this again.
You did
let's
it.
talk about
Everything
the
points
other
to you.
stuff.
What does Tex mean, Jacob?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I need a reason to believe you, Jacob.
You want a confession? That's what you want?
That's exactly what we want.
Seems to me there are two types of marriages. First, where the couple love each other equally and everything's roses. And then there's the other, where one person loves the other more than life itself and always puts them first. Chumps like me, who love them no matter what, no matter how badly they behave. That's it. That's my confession. I love my wife. And I'll take any test you got to prove it.
Right. Well,
Your marriage was over. You took her in and she threw it back in your face. You didn't go over there to hurt her. It just got out of hand.
It's not how it was.
Well,
You're
you know
lying,
you
Jacob.
know.
It was falling apart and things got violent.
I'm not lying. I'm telling you how it was.
You have the eyewitness.
Jenny Horgan says you blackened her eye.
It's all right, Jacob. The DA will understand. In your shoes, I would have done exactly the same thing.
I hit her, all right? I'm not proud of it, but she was coming at me with a frying pan. What would you do? I took it for years, but sometimes a man can only take so much.
Okay.
Why
Oh,
did you
but
break
the
into your wife's
missing
house,
jewelry.
Jacob? Why steal the ring?
What? What are you talking about? I've got a key. Why would I need to break in?
You took the ring because you found out who gave it to her.
What are you talking about?
Her prized garnet ring, given to her by her old boyfriend, Dick McCall.
I never knew that. I lived with that woman for 3 years, and I never knew that. Well, in that case, I think you should be talking to Dick McCall.
We'll do the detective work, lunkhead. Just answer the questions.
What do you do for work, Jacob?
I'm a mechanic. Engines, differentials, transmissions, that kind of stuff.
So you have access to tools?
Yes, I do.
Your wife was brutally beaten with a socket wrench handle, then stomped to death. How do you think that looks, Jacob?
I was home in bed.
You're full of shit, Jacob. The truth is you hated that bitch. You followed her and dragged her into the car and then took her out to the moors. She woke up and you smashed her face in with a socket wrench.
No. No.
And then you stomped her. You stomped her because she's a drunken whore and she treated you like shit. You stomped her for all the years you had to take it. You stomped her because you are such
Terrible,
a
because he
weak
knows he
fucking
didn't do
sister,
it.
Jacob, and you wanted to erase all memory of it. Go on, try to deny it.
I was at home. I should have gone to her at the bar, but I didn't. You can't prove I wasn't home.
I can. The bar owner, McCall, gave you up. He called your house right at the time that someone was smashing Celine's skull in and got no answer. If we find that socket wrench, you're gonna fry. Get it off your chest. Tell me you killed her.
I killed her, all right. I killed her dreams. She was an aviator, famous in her day, flying around up there like a bird, but she never wanted to come back down. You know, my pop was a sod farmer, dirt poor. I joined the Corps, trained to be a mechanic. I did better than my father did. I worked hard for it. It's all you can ask of a man. But Celine, she never wanted to come down from the clouds. She wanted everything I couldn't give her. All I had was security. That was never going to be enough.
I'll see what I can do for you, Jacob, but I'm not promising. It still looks bad for you.
Phelps, you failed me, son.
We have another lead, Captain. This guy Mendez could be our man.
I hope so, Phelps. I really hope so. I'm deeply disturbed by your style of police work.
Yeah, well, I didn't arrest the wrong guy, so... Whoop-de-doo. Alright, let's go check out Menendez. Mendez? Mendez.
We can still pull down a conviction for the skipper if we chase down this Mendez guy.
You're behind the wheel.
Alonzo Mendez. Sound like a man who moonlights as the werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mendez, apartment 16.
Fourth floor.
Here, the apartment's up on the top floor.
First floor. Second floor. Third floor. Fourth floor.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in. Take a look around and see what you can find.
Okay. Gold means openable.
No good to me.
And there was no, no gun on the scene, so...
Gotta get these to Ray. Size 8s could help place Mendez at the
Size 8.
scene.
So yeah, that matches. What's this? Looks like blood? Jeez.
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
What else do we have here?
Brothers could match the color and brand of the body.
There's blood on it. I'll be honest.
We have the murder weapon. Better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses?
Yeah.
Thank your
looks set
stars
up.
you caught a break, and Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Mendez, stop right there! You don't need to do this, Alonzo!
Get in and drive. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
Oh. Sorry. Oh god, sorry. Oh, this is horrible. I can't drive.
I got an idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch.
I lost him. Yeah, I lost him. Dang it, I gotta redo that. Oh. That was terrible. I was too worried about the people, and I took the wrong route initially. Thought I could ram them.
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
Nope, that's a bad start already. No, don't. Oh, so
I got an
terrible.
idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch.
Yeah, lost him again. Dang it. Oh, that was terrible. Try it again. Wish I could make my partner drive and I just shoot out his tires.
God damn it, get after him, Cole. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. I got an idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch. Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road. Keep it steady, and I'll try to bust his tires. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry.
Well, that was a abrupt stop. Okay.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
That it? I guess we don't interview him? Or do we? Here we go.
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps.
Nope, nope.
That's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
Yeah. Of course, I think he was set up, so I'm not sure that either of them were guilty. $100 damage. Oof. Back then, that's a lot. Not so bad.
I need something to soothe this pain, to cool the lava you pump through my veins, 'cause I'm burning out for you.
Golden butterfly. Alright. What do we got this time? Ooh. Another murder. Great.
Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
All right. Where should I head then?
That's that cop.
Yeah, that's not cop, alright.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
You did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
But don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
And no assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. We might get along after all.
Well, thanks, Rusty. So nice of you to say so. Oh, great.
Now,
More
boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex
Captain,
Alonzo
aren't there
Mendes.
similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry and of Elizabeth Short?
I believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women.
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world, with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to be that? Be advised.
Yeah, well, they did.
We keep the
God.
gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the City of Angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
Not good. Might be right.
Detective,
About this being the
I was
same.
first on scene.
So what's going on over there?
You find her, Gonzalez?
Not me. A family out for a stroll. I was first reporting.
Can you show me the body?
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
If olive oil comes from olives, where's baby oil come from?
Olive oil comes from olives. Where does baby oil come from? Babies, dumbass.
Can't be much help to you, Phelps.
Clearly. That's
Here
the
she
obvious
is.
answer, isn't it?
Similar MO.
To what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Sizes would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
You mind if I examine the body?
Be my guest.
Ugh, I hear the cracking.
Look at your markers. Very
Distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
What's this mark? Cut on a finger.
Fourth finger, left hand. A wedding or engagement ring. Violently removed.
Mhm.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
The stomping angle in the Henry case, was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
Well, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
Hmm?
If the motive was robbery, why not take the money?
Detectives, RNI says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. We could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Huh. Ah, see. I saw footprints. We found all the clues. So yeah, they're okay.
How bad is it? Come on, you can tell me.
Wrong car. By wrong car, I just simply mean I had that. So we're gonna go to the Muller residence. And this is actually our car.
You can drive.
But trying to add all the cars to my collection. I just
Still
gotta
might
get
be some
in and
play
I'll
in the
actually have to
boyfriend
drive them.
angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If he doesn't work out, that is.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? No, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagined. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? But don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
Bum, bum, bum.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle? We're gonna have a look around.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Okay. Probably just a grocery list or something.
My partner
Could
will
be
explain
anything
everything when
here.
he gets back, okay? There's nothing to worry about.
Oh, this is all girls' room. Couldn't be anything in there. Oh, here we go.
Work boots.
Also an
Size
8.
8.
Same thing. What about the jewelry here? Okay, yeah, figures. He had jewelry.
No sign of a wedding ring.
I mean, what about a watch that we thought it was ripped off? Is this what we're gonna find here?
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
I took the ring and wristwatch. Okay, that's it. Huh. I'll have a little
Is
talk
this
with
about
her, I
Mommy?
guess.
Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Could try.
Let's see.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon, I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
Looks suspicious for some reason. I don't know why.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I I called and called, and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Okay.
Some of your mother's jewelry
yeah,
was
let's go with the
missing.
missing
Can you
items.
describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
I know it's painful, Michelle,
Okay.
but this may be important.
Yeah.
She wore a wedding ring?
Amy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
So you didn't pay much
Yes,
to
a
that
yellow
stuff.
gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. We had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
Interesting. So.
Your mom and dad are
Interesting.
happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
She looked away.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And he always
You
wore
know a
her
lot
gold
about
butterfly.
jewelry for not knowing about the jewelry.
Thanks, Miss Muller. You've been very brave.
Hey, what gives?
Oh,
Daddy,
Greg
the
Grunberg.
police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your
and-
room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What? But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Muller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
We saw.
Why are you
work
lying to me,
boots.
Mr. Muller?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
13s. Just saying.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Called a number of times. So
Did your
where
wife ever
were
go out
you?
by herself? To bars? Nightclubs?
No. What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
We have an alibi.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
Ooh, no.
You should come clean if you're having an affair or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
So why did you take so long to answer the phone when your daughter called?
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's my way of relaxing.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
Yeah. Oh, we know that.
I know about the
you got her
golden
that
butterfly,
gift.
Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Muller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
1, we need to break his alibi. Check phone records, canvass the neighbors. 2, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in L.A. 3, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
Please don't get hit.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Muller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Muller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Muller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum down and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
Cafe to tackle, eh? Got him. Oh, nice. Got him.
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the cat.
Yes, sir, detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncle?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
Cop they've been talking about.
Alright, let's make a phone call.
Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564. Go ahead, Detective Unit. Can we get Ray
Phelps,
Pinker and a technical
1247.
services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street?
How could I help,
Send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look
I need
out
an
for
address on a
young lady.
Belmont High School.
Checking for you, Detective. Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Thanks.
LA's pretty big, so you don't know everything.
This guy must have escaped from the loony bin.
Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting at the police morgue downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
Okay.
He's the cop who arrested that movie producer. It's about time some of those movie people went to jail.
We'll go to the morgue.
You know
I'm
the
gonna
way.
get
You can
good
drive.
advice on Friday.
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband, Phelps. 9 times out of
Always
10, it's
make
the
the
closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some wives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
That's for sure.
What? The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting logical on me.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
Appreciate it. Try this one on for size. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex ignoramus.
Close his cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away, that one.
Yeah. Okay, let's go see the corn. For others.
Phelps,
Out of the
Rusty,
way.
thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
On the bench, okay.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
Huh.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Let's see, what else is there? Oh yeah, there's something else right here. What's this?
Shoe prints? Size 8s. Very similar
Shoe
to the
prints, that's right.
impressions from the Henry case.
Now, who do we remember got caught in bloody size 8s? I think we have our bird.
Yeah, but why would he have killed Celine?
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. A green 1946 coupe, registered to Mrs. Hugo Muller, has been found in the parking lot adjoining Belmont High School in Plain Fields. Captain Donnelly wants you to head down there immediately to take the school janitor's statement.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay. Well, then let's mark that as the next spot to go. We will head to the Belmont High School. We've already taken the ambulance and the coroner's vehicle, so we don't need to take those anymore.
Can you drive to this one?
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that, the coroner's.
How so?
You don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
You've been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
If I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the print.
Okay, we'll talk to the janitor.
This is the car?
Yes, sir, Detective.
Have you looked it over?
Superficially.
I was told to wait for you guys.
Thanks. We'll take it from here. What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
And this was the same man?
I don't know, sir. I mean, I'd like to say yes, but truth is, it was pretty dark.
All right. Tell me about this man you've been having trouble with.
He hangs near the playground, tries to befriend the children. He was around here last night before the dance.
Is he violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes. There's the son of a bitch now. Hey, you!
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
Oh. Yeah? I'll catch you. Oh, punk.
Lock them up and throw away the key. There he is, officer. There he is.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. Got him. Oof. All right.
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
Hard way.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you oaky motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
You're under arrest, Eli. You are in very deep trouble.
Why bother with the paperwork, Eli? I'm going to take out my gun, and I'm going to count to 5. Let's see how fast you can run now.
Hang on a goddamn minute. I found that thing in the parking lot.
Get some backup out here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
Yeah. Glad to get this one off the streets. Take a look at her vehicle. What do we got? Oh, rope and another pipe.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here. The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic.
Hugo Muller?
I wonder what Eli does for a living.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
Alright. Gotta call Central. Where is this box? Phone box over here? There we go. There's a little phone box.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Muller homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thanks for your help.
I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he... You're behind the wheel.
Let's go to the station.
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Mueller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now. You better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest. Are they ready?
Moeller's in 2 and the pervert's in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
Okay, so we'll head to 2.
I want to make homicide. You know your name.
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Okay.
Why
Well,
did you
first
burn
of
your
all,
shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Believe what?
It's rabbit's blood. A guy at work brought him in and I helped him skin them.
Okay.
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
Interesting.
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the Army.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the Army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the Army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid. Less flex, easier to control.
Your wife was beaten with
weapon.
a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
Yeah.
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
About the bloody, tire.
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive?
A Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler. We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Oh yeah?
Enough
So why did you
lies,
find it in
Hugo.
the trunk of your wife's
Your
car?
overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
Alright, we gotta go interview somebody else. Huh. Must be where they
I
do
say
the
we
lineup.
bust in there
Okay.
and find the goddamn evidence.
sorry, Rusty. I'm heading over there.
Boys, you've really come through this time, haven't you?
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
Okay.
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
Oh, let's see. If
What size boot do you wear, Eli?
Kind of like anything I can get my hands on. I'm wearing 11s.
You're maybe 5'5", 5'6" tops. And you wear size 11s? I don't think so, Eli.
That might be on the large side. Maybe 10s.
Maybe 8s.
Now that I come to think of it.
Why punish children with your iniquity, Eli?
You think I was never punished?
You must know what you're doing is evil.
Well, son, nobody's perfect.
You're down on your luck, Eli.
I've had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't miss the place. Big yellow letters, HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
Great. They both have green coveralls. Oh, it's
You ever
not
tie
good.
up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Farm boy like you, Eli, must prefer Magay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid. Tie, hitch, and braid. It stays tied.
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
Oh,
You
yeah?
have no job and nowhere to live by the smell of things. And you need money. You've been in trouble before, Eli.
Didn't
Who do you
take the
think a jury
cash.
will believe?
I've been in trouble for other things, but I ain't never killed no one. I saw that car coming to the parking lot late last night. Man got changed there and then put his coveralls in the trunk. I saw him drop the butterfly in the lamplight and he strolled out, cool as you like. And I went over and I picked it up.
Eli Rooney, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Deirdre Muller.
You want to put me back in the stir that badly, boy? You go ahead and try. I'll beat that rat. I ain't a killer.
No, but you are a child molester. I'll get you off the streets.
Phelps, Galloway, congratulations are at hand. Drink, boys? I think you'll receive a commendation for this one, gentlemen. In the meantime, I'll speak to the DA about expediting the passage of the case. We need swift and merciless justice for poor Deirdre.
Alright. I think I am going to call it there. Done a couple of cases, and oh, look at that. No damage done, no injuries. Of course, I didn't do any driving, so that helps. 5 stars again. Nice. But getting kind of late. Been streaming for between an hour and a half, 2 hours. Been doing a couple of cases at a time. So we'll pick this back up either tomorrow or sometime next week. I'm not sure yet. But thank you to anyone who stopped in to watch. And we'll keep this going. Gonna continue on through this game. Till we finish the campaign. Alright, everyone, have a good evening.